Hi guys. Oh, still learning how to figure this out. Here I am, moving this chair out of frame, sitting here, doing all the things. Look at me, I'm really vlogging, aren't I? I still don't know. So I have so much to tell you guys, including the fact that I have not figured out exactly how to do this from my camera yet. So I'm on my phone right now, and in case you guys don't know, a few amazing supporters of mine got together and got me a camera and a case and a tripod and all this dope stuff. Nicholas is in the chat right now. He's the one who organized it all. But I don't know how to stream live to YouTube from it yet. That noise you're hearing, my good old trusty refrigerator. Thank you for kicking on always when I do these streams. So I don't know how to do that yet. So maybe you guys can help me with that. Also, I've got to Google. I think I need a device to make sure I can go live. So I'll be shooting some of my other videos on that. But that's why I'm still on my phone, which is why there's kind of this, not the best sound quality or lighting, but hopefully you guys stick with it. A couple shout outs. Hi Matt. Hi Nicholas. I need a USB cable. Okay, that's as simple as it is. I can get that. I can figure that out, right? I think so. But I did want to tell you guys more about what they got me because I'm just so happy about it. And I didn't get to read this full letter, so I opened it on Collider Live because it was Schmodown and Collider fans. And they wrote me this amazing thing that you guys can see here. It's got pictures from me meeting people at different events. And then there's notes for me in here. And I just wanted to give a shout out to all of the people on here so you guys know how incredible they are for getting this for me. And now is when I butcher last names. You guys know that. But Jake Icovetta, amazing. We've been chatting and you're just the best. DJ Snacks, which is David Ham. So cool. DJ Snacks, I'm so grateful. Kevin Smets, who I can't believe still, like, he's a supporter of mine, but he's also a friend of mine, and we work together, and he's just so humble. Anybody who doesn't know him, he's an incredible competitor in the Schmodown, and just a little behind the scenes, I've been trying to poach him for quite some time now, but he's just too loyal, which you gotta respect. But he was on here also, and he said, happy birthday to my favorite manager who's not my manager, which is kind of funny. To Troy Corhonen, thank you so much, Troy. You're awesome. To Brendan Day, Brendan, rock on, baby. You're amazing. Hearts for Kevin Smets in there. I love that. From Oz, like the wizard. From Michael Boutron, whose handle I couldn't pronounce for the longest time. You've been such a supporter forever, and I really appreciate that. Tim Kaskuba, Tim. All he said was happy birthday, Rocks, and what more is there really to say? That's pretty amazing. Neil Varma. Neil's great. Bill Paulahan, also amazing. Been friendly with them for a really long time now. John Mariano and his entire family. He also told me to ask Christian Harloff if I can come to the New York event, which I'm dying to do. And the person who organized it all, who wrote, happy birthday to our superstar Rocks. It's my birthday. What I love from the first time we met at the F4A is your genuine reaction when you meet your fans. I hope you will enjoy the presents as much as I did organizing this. You deserve the love of your fans. You are the best, and I hope to see you again this time in New York City to party. The drinks are on me. Nicholas, I think you've done enough. Nicholas Normandin, I really, really appreciate it. So just one more time to all those amazing people that got me a camera, a tripod, a case, and all those accessories. I absolutely will be using them. And now, remember, guys, this is the time that I find the YouTube link to put to my Twitter. I'm getting so good at this vlogging thing. Hey-o. And also at the beginning, I'd like to give some shout-outs. So everybody who wants a shout-out, say hello right now. Fernando. Hi, Fernando. Top 5 TV series. Definitely Friends, Leftovers, Lost, and then it starts to get murky. But those are the three. Shout out to the Chezin SA, to Ian, to Erong, to Comic Brian, to Jake, Green Black, Jean Paul Mantilla, Original 151, wants to know about Breaking Bad, love it. Channels, Matt Munoz, Fernando, Dallas. Those are a couple brief shout outs right now, but I got to get this link. It's like, how do people do all this so smoothly? Gilberto, what am I looking forward most to at Comic-Con? Well, a few different things. I'm working a few events. I'm not going to just say those because I'm working them. I'm going to say them because they're genuinely the things that I'm most excited about. So I'm doing the Screen Junkies panel, which is going to be on Friday night at 8:30 until 10 p.m. And what I'm really excited about for that is, number one, yes, all the amazing fighters. I don't know who they've announced, so I don't want to say anybody, but it's going to be really fun. In case you guys are there, come see us for the Screen Junkies panel. But I've been working for the company for almost 5 years, and it's the first time they've ever asked me to host a panel. So I'm really excited that I finally seemingly have earned their trust, and that they want me there, and that they think that I can do it. I'm co-hosting with Hal Rudnick, who is like just the best in the biz. I think he's so incredible. And so I'm feeling really proud of myself about that. You should invite some people to your channel, Roxy. Zealand comes to my mind. What does that mean? How do I invite people to my channel? Just when you think you're starting to get to know something, then you realize you know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay, let me put out this tweet. Come join the madness live right now. Talking Comic-Con, right? Look at me using hashtags and stuff. Hi, Brandy. Hi, Christopher. I tweeted your link. Thanks, friend. Talking Comic-Con, birthday, madness, and more. Brandy, I'm here in the madness. Do you watch Supergirl? Asks Ben. Yes, I watch Supergirl. It's kind of gone downhill, but I still watch. I love the sister relationship, so I definitely still watch. Hello in Australia. Pretty freaking cool. I have a Patreon, guys, by the way, patreon.com/Roxy Stryer. I mentioned that because A, if you guys want to become patrons, of course, I would absolutely love that, but B, I wrote in my Patreon asking if any of my patrons had questions they wanted me to discuss on the stream, because I wanted to make sure that I got to those. So I'm pulling a couple of those up right now. Our very own Nicholas, the one who organized everything with the gift, also is a patron of mine, as if he's not doing enough. And he said, what do you think is the best thing that will come out of SDCC this year? Now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be the Marvel panel, right? The Marvel slate. I think we're definitely going to get a slate. We're going to get some really fun announcements, probably a Black Panther 2 official. We're going to figure out what's going on with the rest of their filmography, which I'm really excited about because I'm a big Marvel fan. Brandy said, kidnap me and come to Comic-Con with you. I'd love to. And so I think that will be really good, but really it feels like TV is kind of taking over this year. So probably a lot of TV stuff. I love Walking Dead, so I'm excited to see what happens there. From Flaming Films, who's writing on the YouTube right now. Can't make it inside because of its sold outness. Also expenses, but going down anyway to experience the outside events, which has become an event in itself, which is pretty cool that they do that. I completely agree. Even if you're not going to Comic-Con for actually walking on the floor, there's so many things. There's so many activations and so much going on that it's super duper worth it. So I think that that's pretty great. Going back to my Patreon questions from Jake, who also was a contributor to the amazing gift. Shout out to these people. Jake Icavetta says, do you think the Jericho / Kevin Smith match will really happen with you as Jericho's manager? So let me explain to you guys in case you don't watch Collider Live. Today on Collider Live, Christian Harloff and I interviewed Chris Jericho, and we were talking all about upcoming movies, his podcast Talk is Jericho, his work in the WWE, as well as now AEW, and he looked at the Schmodown belt and was like, oh my God, I'm dying to do Schmodown. Why don't you let me do Schmodown? Which obviously Christian was really excited about. Anybody who doesn't know, that's the movie trivia league that I manage in. And I said, Chris, I would love to be your manager. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. And I know that Christian's been talking to Kevin Smith about getting him involved because he really wants to get involved. He's huge in the nerd space as well and knows tons about movies, obviously. And Jericho and Kevin Smith have worked together and are working together on the next movie that Kevin is doing. So Christian recommended the two of them fight each other, which I think would be absolutely amazing. I think if we could get Harley Quinn Smith in to manage her dad, that would be pretty cool. Or even if we went up against Kaiser, because I love beefing with him. That would be great. So yeah, I think there's a real shot that it could happen because they're both really into it. It just depends on scheduling. When you're working with people that big, it all depends on scheduling, which is hard because right now Schmodown shoots out of Collider, which means they can only use the studio on Saturdays, and they only have like 2 Saturdays a month. So there's not that many options, but obviously in the future, we could try to figure out a way to make it work. I feel pretty confident about it. Moving on to another Patreon question. This is from G Nappyhead. He says, who is your fashion consultant? LOL, you have more looks than anyone else in nerd news. That's the nicest thing anybody ever said. Like, really nice. I don't have a fashion consultant, but I definitely have friends who I feel like are people I text about fashion, or I want their advice. I used to live with one of my close friends, Jeff Masters. If you guys know him, he is with The Advocate now, and he has an amazing podcast. He's been doing it for years called LGBT Q&A. And when we lived together, he definitely was my fashion guide, especially with shoes. I needed his help. My friend Steph Sabra, if you guys don't know her, follow her at Steph Sabra. She's amazing. She'll be at Comic-Con with me this year as well. And she gives me amazing fashion advice. But I also have companies send me stuff, which is really lucky. Black Milk Clothing sends me a lot of stuff, which I'm really grateful for. And they have some of the coolest nerd attire that there is. Aunt Verdi has sent me a lot of my nerd shirts with the pocket squares, which is really great as well. So that's pretty much how I get my nerd clothes. If you guys ever have ideas, I love to hear them. Let's go back into the YouTube chat right now. I've got my computer over here so I can see because I'm blind as a bat, so I can't see what's going on over here. And this is from the Cheese and Essay. Roka always makes me laugh on the Schmodown. Yeah, Roka and I have an interesting Schmodown relationship, or just relationship in general. He's funny though, I'll give him that. He's really talented also. I love him on Collider Live. I think that's where he really shines. Brandy says Steph is awesome. You know Steph from the Tomorrow Show, obviously. Brandy, she is the absolute best. Fernando says, what do you think about Jessica Chobot? What do you mean when I think about her? I've only met her like 2 times. She's been awesome to me. She's really, really good. She's clearly working it. And I like her a lot from the couple interactions we've had, which have not been much. I know that she's on the same feet fetish website as me, so we bonded over that, which a lot of women on the internet bond over. So that doesn't make us particularly special. Did you get a Canon big camera nerd? Yes, I think it's called, what is it, an M50, something like that? Did I make that up? You guys tell me. I'm still learning, and I'm just so excited to be able to learn more now, actually, with the actual camera. But there's a couple people in the chat who got it for me, so they can let you know. Ninja Ned, Flash and Friends reunion. Flash and Friends was a show that I did for Screen Junkies back in the day with Joe Starr and Jason Mewes. And funny enough, this weekend, I am going to be with Joe Starr at the Screen Junkies panel and with Jason Mewes at the Thursday night San Diego Comic-Con premiere of Madness in the Method, which is the movie he directed that I am in. So that's not a Flash and Friends reunion for you guys, but for me, I'm going to see both of them this weekend, which is pretty cool. I also saw both of them last week, which is pretty cool, but again, not together. Alex has just finished Fleabag, so good. Yo, Alex, Fleabag is the absolute best. If anybody isn't watching, it took me a couple episodes to really understand what was happening, but it's so good. And if you're a James Bond fan, she's writing the next Bond movie, so you're going to want to see what she's been up to. I don't watch Killing Eve, but now I feel like I absolutely have to start. Jamie Starr says, I remember when I first saw you on the 24 Afterwards show, and I thought that you were amazing. Flash forward, you're all over the place, and I love it. Jamie, that's so cool. That 24 Afterwards show was so long ago. I don't even remember. I know Danny Hoyt did it with me, who is a doll, and I don't remember who else was on it, but yeah, I loved that show. At one point, that was my top 5 favorite shows of all time. I think it's probably been edged out now because of all the iterations and how crappy some of the seasons were, but I did love 24. Nicholas Normandin says, it's a Canon M50 mirrorless camera. I think I got that right? That's what I said, right? Eric Monroe, Roxy, I don't think you would like the strain. I just smoked blue cheese. I actually don't mind that strain, but funny enough, you guys know I hate cheese, so I get where you're coming from. Christopher Burke, can you give a shout out to my daughter, Avery? She adores you. Absolutely. Shout out to Avery. Avery is one of the cutest names of all time. I think that's just the best, and I'd love to know more about her, so let me know, Christopher. That's great, though. Shout out to you. And Trickish Aid, sorry if I butchered that. Schmodown or Collider Live, if you got to choose one, what would it be? I'm much more involved in Collider Live than I am in the Schmodown, but I'm a huge Schmodown super fan, so both. You can't ask me to choose. And I'm getting more involved in the Schmodown, which I love. And I'm a fan of Collider Live also, because when I'm not on, I love watching Darina and them do their Thursday, Friday thing. Brandy, come to Rhode Island Comic-Con with me in November. That'd be so cool. My brother just talked to me about going to Boston's Comic-Con. I forget what it's called. I've never been to a Comic-Con that wasn't San Diego. So, guess go big or go home, right? Christopher, hey, Rox, I listened to your appearance on Sending the Wolf earlier, and it was great. Thanks. That's Clark Wolf's show. We talked about the original Lion King, which I rewatched for that show, and I hadn't watched in a really long time, so we definitely had thoughts about that. Clark does an amazing job with it. And I just think it's so badass. Anybody decides, I am passionate about this. I'm going to be doing this setup, and I'm going to bring it to you. She has her whole thing. She does all the text. She does everything with it. So I was really, really impressed with her. I'm always impressed with her, but that was great. Dallas wants to know if I watch Euphoria. Yes, I absolutely have, and I'm obsessed with that show. And I just recorded a video for Skybound's Gamma Ray, which is their digital branch that will be coming out, talking about some of my thoughts about why people should be watching Euphoria. So look out for that later this week. Alan says, ever since you did that playing along with the bit, It's Roxy song, it's been popping in my head. It's like you can't get a tune out of your head. Playing along with the bit, it's Roxy, playing along with the bit. I know what you mean, Alan. Get stuck there. Boochtron says, any thoughts on Emmy noms? I want Fleabag to win something. I feel you on that. I'm kind of excited that Game of Thrones got as many as they did, because, like, stick it to the man. Rock on with your bad self. Totally. Danny Boy, hi, Roxy. Only stupid answers. Peeps been missing you. I love my little boy people. Yo, they're the best. DJ and Sam have been so good to me, and we're supposed to be getting lunch really soon. I love them. They're just incredible. Tommy, who are top 5 directors on your wish list to work with? I mean, same as like anybody's. I don't know top 5, and right now I don't want to even say. But, I mean, Kevin Smith would be one of them. Christopher Nolan, obviously. Spielberg. Patty Jenkins. Yeah, and like after watching what Olivia Wilde did, I have different reasons for different people, but there's a ton of them. Like anyone, hire me. Thank you. Jean Paul, what do you think of the show Act with Joey King? I don't watch it, but should I be? Isn't it called The Act? Tell me if I should be watching it. Ryan says, favorite thing about Comic-Con? I love socializing with all other nerds. I think it's awesome that everybody there is just there because they're passionate about something, which is really great. It's the same reason that I love going to sports and events like that. I just think it's so cool. And yeah, I love the energy there. I love the parties. I love the panels. I love the floor, except it smells like crap. Sorry, wear deodorant. I love everything about Comic-Con. It's like one of my favorite weeks of the year. So good. Brandy's going to Boston Comic-Con. Cool. You'll see my brother there. Ninja Ned, would you ever consider coming to Australia? I'm dying to go to Australia. I'd more than consider it. It's just a wee bit expensive. And also I have to take off work, so got to figure that out. Dizzle! In the chat for reals, this Dizzle. Crazy. Let's see. C-Dub will always support you, Roxy. Thank you, C-Dub. You're the absolute best. Kenny says, my roommate and I are trying to decide whether we can afford to go to New York Schmodown. Totally feel you on that one. New York's really expensive, obviously, but if you can make it work, I think it's going to be a really good event. I hope I can go. I might have to try to find if I can afford that either, because it's a lot. You're a lovely person. C-Dub, why are you so nice? AJ says, RJ, you're awesome. Are you watching Fear the Walking Dead? And thoughts? No, surprisingly, for somebody who loves The Walking Dead as much as I do, I don't watch Fear the Walking Dead, which is kind of... I'm saying somebody loves Walking Dead as much as you don't watch Fear the Walking Dead. Is that what I just said? I'm tired. So, I don't know. I never got into it. Who of the Game of Thrones cast is most likely to win the Emmy? Dinklage, question mark? I almost think they are going to give it to Emilia Clarke. And I know that's a controversial opinion, but... she might take it. She really might. Question. We're from Allentown, Pennsylvania, so go to New York is kind of close. Great, go. You got to go. Been a fan since the Flash After Show. Thanks, Ben. That's awesome. RMD, how did you like Stranger Things Season 3? I loved it. I also did a spoiler-free review for Gamma Ray for that if you guys want to check that out. And I did an episode-by-episode spoiler-filled breakdown for AfterBuzz TV. So if you want my in-depth thoughts, go check that out. Dizzle, I'm super glad you're hosting on SJU now, giving me TV fight vibes. Yeah, now they're even trusting me to host. It's crazy. Tommy, what do you think about Schitt's Creek? I'm a big fan of it. Got a bunch of Emmy noms. So I didn't start watching Schitt's Creek until 2 weeks ago. Literally, I'd never seen an episode. And now I'm almost on season 3. I'm binging this bitch faster than you can even blink. It's so good. I'm like completely obsessed. And yes, anybody who's not watching Schitt's Creek, it's so funny. It's just like seriously the funniest show that's on TV right now. It's amazing. Do you think Gotham will win an Emmy, Jonathan? Don't be mean to me, Jonathan. It's not very nice. Eric Dizzle, is that you? See, Eric, you feel me. That's the question. We love Dizzle. What are you expecting in the DC Universe panel? Clarity? What's happening with HBO Max? Is that affecting DC Universe panel? What happened with Swamp Thing? Really? That's not what I'm expecting. That's what I'm hoping. Best Comic-Con story from Jerry LA? Oh, I don't know. I barely remember them. If I think of something, I'll let you know. I know that Makuga has that crazy story about being allergic to nuts and having to rush out. Wonko the Sane says, I always get the Roxy Hart song from the musical Chicago as my Roxy Strider earworm. I get that. It's whenever people meet me, it's either that or Roxanne from Sting of the Police, which is what I was actually named after, which is bizarre because it's about a prostitute. So, good job, parents. Way to go. Fernando, what do you think about the U.S. winning the World Cup and equal pay? Can you take one guess what I think about them winning the World Cup and equal pay? I think it's amazing that they won. I think that this equal pay argument needs to be put to rest, and the only way to do that is by equal pay. It's insane. They're pulling in the same bigger draw. They're strong competitors. It's like this perpetual cycle. If we don't pay them more, then who's gonna... It's brutal. It's crazy that we're still talking about it. Somebody needs to do something. And I think everybody feels that way now. I mean, I don't talk to anybody anymore who thinks that the women should not be paid equal to the men in soccer for the U.S. team. Flaming Films, another great thing about the outside the con, besides being free, it smells better too. That is super true, my friend. That is super true. Trubo Diaz, hi RJ, good luck with SDCC sweaties. Thank you. I love a good John Schnepp shout out. That's awesome. C-Dubs, well, I got to get some sleep. So good night, Roxy. Good night. Good luck with your sleep. I got to get that at some point, too. Haven't done it in forever. Seattle, wait, has Dinklage already won one? I don't remember. Did Peter Dinklage win an Emmy? You guys let me know. I forget all the things. Nightfall Protocol, will you be watching The Boys? Let me tell you this. I actually got screeners for The Boys. I have watched 2 episodes. I can't tell you anything about it, but I'll definitely be watching, and you should be too. And I'll say no more. Kenny says, Roxy, love all your content. I follow you on Instagram and watch everything on YouTube you do. Thanks for all your hard work. You're awesome. Thank you. Nick's happy that Barry got 17 noms. I feel the same way. Barry's amazing. Michael wants to know if I watch Swamp Thing. Yes, I do, but I fell off of it after the show got canceled because it's kind of like, where's the hype? But I've seen 4 episodes and I will finish it. Just don't feel like it right now. Kaiju, your hair is fire. Thank you. Thank you. I got it dyed and I paid a lot of money for it, so I'm glad people think it looks good. When will you be able to talk about The Boys? I did a review for Collider that should be coming out on the 19th, I believe, is when the embargo is up. Do you watch Winona Earp? I've never seen it. Should I watch it? Just the Essentials is on the new camera rocks. No, it's not because I don't know how to stream yet from the new camera for these, but I'll figure it out somehow. Somebody said that I just need a USB cord. I think it was Nicholas. I got to work on that. I'm so bad with tech stuff, guys. I need somebody to help. Dylan, hey, Roxy, I'm not trying to start an argument here. Oh, God. But what are your thoughts about this infamous Snyder Cut? I'm skeptical about its existence, but I would watch it. I'm just so tired of people saying release the Snyder Cut. It's like, all right, just like, can we just like move on? We move forward? No, we can't. My daughter Nara is technically named after Prostitute 2. Okay, Justin, get on with your bad self. That's fine. I think you'd be great in a Coen Brothers movie. I mean, that would be an honest dream come true. Tommy, thank you for being so sweet. First job ever, Fernando wants to know. My first job ever, I was 14. I was working at a place called Haircuts Limited. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of like Supercuts. It's a run-of-the-mill hair cutting place. One of those places, it's like $12.99 for a haircut or something. And it's the first job I ever had and the first job I ever got fired for. And if you want to know why I got fired, you're going to have to ask. But I will tell you if you guys are curious. I'm just saying. It's bad. It was really bad. Shahid says, are you a fan of Better Call Saul? I watched the first season. I really liked it. And then I fell off of it. I don't know why. I usually run things into the ground. And I just didn't keep watching it. Jen, are you seeing Hush? I know they are premiering at Comic-Con. I do have mine pre-ordered. I don't know if I'm going to go at Comic-Con because I've not been invited yet. I would like to, but I, again, have not been invited. But I will say that I'm really excited for it as I love Hush. So, yes, I would like to. Brandy, do you ever sleep? Ha ha ha. I wish. No. Nightfall. Should DC stick to a standard Elseworld movie like Joker or keep the DCEU? Both. Standalone Elseworld. They should do both things. They should have different things going simultaneously. All right, it's starting to come in right now. Michael, now I got to know, why did you get fired? Brandy, why were you fired? All right, if we get like 10 more people asking, I'll tell you guys. AJ, fear has gotten better now that the crossover with Walking Dead's going on. Interesting. Jedi is better than Empire. Ooh, hot take. Are you worried about Birds of Prey? No, I'm not worried. I'm super duper excited about it. Alan says I accidentally shaved someone's head. No, that is not what happened. Seattle wants to know why I got fired. Winona Earp is cheesy, said Dallas, but good. Kenny, I'm bummed Doom Patrol didn't get any Emmy love. I know, it was so good. It was amazing. Brandy says I can ask 10 times. Ninja wants to know why I get fired. Kaiju wants to know why I was fired. Philip wants to know why I got fired. How many is that? Sing the booty song. Ha, amazing. I love that. Show me the booty. I want the booty. Back out the booty. Lloyd, wishing me a happy belated birthday. Thank you. Dylan wants to know if I'm on the Battinson bandwagon. Yes, I absolutely am. Eric wants to know why I got fired. Okay. Zeke, Roxy, you grew up in Massachusetts. How do you say popcorn and hot dog? Is that right? Instead of what? Popcorn and hot dog? DG's, why'd you get fired? Retro and Modern Gaming Crew, why'd you get fired? All right, I think that the cheese and essay start new hashtag, why did Roxy get fired? Demo, AJ. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you guys then. So I was a receptionist at the hair salon, and I had a wee bit of OCD, and if any of you guys ever worked as a receptionist, you know that when the money goes in the drawer, and keep in mind, people use cash a lot more than now. Like, I feel like everything's credit, but it was a lot of cash. And the money was kind of crinkled in the cash register. And so I decided that was bothering me, how some of it was crinkly, some of it wasn't. And so I kept taking it out and trying to pull it straight, straighten it, flatten it. And then I was like, oh, you know what they have here? They have straighteners. It's like for your hair, flat irons. And for anybody who doesn't know what a flat iron is, you plug a device into a wall and it gets so hot that it takes your hair and it makes it straight, right? And you run it over. It's kind of like a regular iron, but it's got on two sides. So I was like, okay, I should flat iron the money. And so I took the flat iron and I started flat ironing all the money. And my boss came in. I was like, hey, boss. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm just making the money straight. And she was like, I mean, two things. Number one, literally you're taking fire to our money. So there's that. And if I didn't just catch you, you were going to burn all of our money. And number two, we use those on people's hair, and there's nothing more dirty than money. And now that's what you're putting on people's hair. So, and I finished the shift, and they never officially fired me, but they never scheduled me for another shift again. So, pretty sure that's why I lost the job. If I had to guess. That was probably it. So, yeah, don't take fire to your boss's money, because it doesn't really usually work out. How old were you? I was 14. So, yeah, I was a kid. It was the only time I got fired, though, which is good. I've lost jobs because the position is closed since I've been hosting and stuff, but that was the only time that happened. Dima says it came full circle because Roxy is on fire today. Thank you. I'd like to think that is what happened, although it's not exactly how I look at it, but that's fine. Brandy says I told the story on tomorrow's show before. Yeah. Nightfall Protocol. I love you, Roxy, but that was extremely dumb. Oh, extremely dumb. I mean, 28-year-old Roxy would. So that was me at half his age. I would punch myself in the face. If I owned a company and I walked in and some teenager was taking heat to my money, they would be gone. I mean, that's on me, 100%. Jacob, Jericho joining your faction now. I already answered that, but absolutely, yeah. Who's the BB GOAT all aboard? I don't know. I go back and forth between a lot of people. I mean, Boogie? I don't know. What do you guys think? Who is the Big Brother greatest of all time? There's just so many of them. Jose Roxy is always open and honest. No other way to be. Kenny, you crazy. I'm watching poker on ESPN. And they just put $10 million on the table. And then I flat ironed it all. Boom. Now you can own your own beauty salon. Fernando says, I need a lot more money from that. That's why I got to work here so that we can put on the super chat so that eventually I can be making money off these streams so that I can make my own movie, not own my own salon. Although that would be cool. Can't lie. Jonathan says, sorry for the Gotham question. It's okay, Jonathan. It's okay. Yeah, all aboard. Productions has got to be Dan. It really could be. He's pretty freaking amazing. Jacob says Dan. Retro says Boogie. Eric says Evil Dick is one of my faves. Yeah, he's one of my faves too, but I don't know about greatest. If you played any sports before, it says Ninja Ned. Yes, I played basketball, soccer, and lacrosse growing up, and loved them all, but was a theater kid ultimately. Her fired story in a Roxy voice. Wow. Favorite fast food, Roxy? I guess In-N-Out, but I'm not really a fast food person. I won't lie to you guys. I never really liked it that much. Roxy, what do you think the new Damien Chazelle movie about the 1920s? What do you think of the new Damien Chazelle movie of 1920s Hollywood? Sounds like a cool idea. Totally, I love movies like this. Sounds right up my alley. Pretty excited about it. Kaiju, what kind of movies do you want to make? Things that make people feel at their core. Things that make people laugh. Things that make people feel not alone. They say write what you know. I've been working on that. I have a movie right now that I wrote that I really love. And I'm pretty excited about it. How much money would it take to get you to watch anime? Oh boy, I just don't think I have the time for that. Rod V66, Roxy, you look like you're a taco girl. What is your favorite taco? Mine is a carne asada taco. Honestly, mine is too. I love carne asada. Or maybe I love carnitas. And I really like a good shrimp taco too. I love all tacos. I am a taco girl. I don't know why I keep scratching this part of my head. I feel like when I went blonder, all the bleach dried my scalp out. Not that you guys need to know that in any way, shape, or form. Demo, how proud of you, your friend Johnny Aquasto, killing it in WWE/NXT. So talented and funny. Absolutely love him. What does he go by now? John Quasto, I think. Just John Quasto. He's the best. We co-hosted DC Movie News together for 4 years. I'm just so proud of him. He works his butt off, and he's incredible. Nightfall Protocol. Would you rather see a Spider-Man 4 or Amazing Spider-Man 3? Both, because you know that I love both. I love all the Spider-Man movies. Have you ever had a one-night stand, said Fernando? I tried to have a one-night stand one time, and it didn't really turn. I guess the answer is not like a real typical one. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not that I don't have anything against that. But I guess the answer is not really. No, I intended to, though. Maybe one day. It's just not really for me. I don't like connecting with people in that way. But again, I have no problem. Plenty of my friends have had a bajillion one-night stands, and rock on with your bad self. If that can do it for you, then you should let it do it for you. Roxy, I'm glad you were on Sending the Wolf. You and Clark Wolf have two of the coolest names in the game. Zeke, that's an awesome comment. Yeah, her name is pretty badass. The Cheesin says TMI. What about my scalp or about the one-night stands? Brandy, what is one show that you would absolutely recommend that people watch? Just one, LOL. Well, you have to tell me comedy or drama, because otherwise it's too hard. But I would say the one that I try to turn most people on to is The Leftovers if they hadn't seen it, because it's just so effing good. Alan, hey Roxy, I've got to run. Be good. Bye, Alan. Jordan, are you using the new camera yet? No, because I told you guys I don't know how to attach it yet to the live stream. I know how to record on it, but I'm not on a live stream, so I got to look more into it. But I didn't want to not live stream tonight because I wasn't using it. So when I get back from Comic-Con, I'll be able to mess around with it more and figure that out. Boochtron, Thor the First with 4 movies. I know. That's why I was joking today about it being titled Thor, We One Upped You, or Thor, I Made It to 4, or Thor, something like that. Jesus Romero says, hey, Rox, have you ever thought about having your own podcast? Thought about it many times. I'm still thinking about it. This is kind of a version of that, though, but not fully. What did you have in mind? We'll see. Eric Monroe, I told you a one-night stand story or two back on Take You Higher, LOL. Yeah. A la board, it says Leftovers. Tonelli, favorite film of all time, or Tolenny, sorry. Good Will Hunting, absolutely love it. Go figure, I'm from Boston. Brandy says we'll go comedy. I would say right now, the one that I can't stop talking about is Fleabag. Go watch Fleabag. It's absurd and ridiculous and just so good. That's my rec right now, although I'm loving Schitt's Creek. Leftovers was great except the first season. That's not true, Booch. Boo. Anthony Smith, Freddy Krueger, Jason, or Michael. Freddy, Jason, or Michael. Who's the scariest, or who do I like the best? I guess I go Michael, I think. Get Cody to set up your camera. Cody's the best. He's such an amazing, amazing talent. I love him. It's Doom Patrol. Everyone should watch that. Well, that's 18 plus. Doom Patrol is so, so good. Brandy, you would like that a lot. It's really good. Brandy, honestly, if you have the DC Universe app, you should watch Doom Patrol first. It's so incredible. Fan Thor Stick. Finding Michael. What's the most disappointing series finale to show you've watched? Nightfall wants to know. Dexter? How I Met Your Mother? I mean, those ones were brutal, right? What about you guys? I would love to hear from you. What's the most disappointing one for you? How do you like those apples? How do you like them apples? Thoughts on IT Crowd? I never watched. Dylan, I love Boston, but hate how exaggerated the accent all movies set in Boston. I know. Although I had a much thicker boss than before. I've lived here for 10 years now. In August, I'm coming up on my 10-year anniversary, which is crazy. David says, I saw Chris Jericho on Collider, multi-talented guy. He was so cool. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with him. Love him. Fernando, have you worked as a model? For some photo shoots, but not like a model. Like sometimes people will hire me to do something print, or for a portfolio or something, but not as a model. I'm not skinny enough to do that classic model look. I'm not curvy enough to do plus size. I'm not tall enough to do runway. I'm not sure. I'm just like average height and weight, so I guess that's why maybe not. You look amazing in Cloud Alive, Anthony. That's so sweet. Appreciate that. Let's see. Jacob, fan of the movie The Town. Yeah, but I didn't love Blake Lively's accent in that. I also haven't seen it in a really long time. Dexter and Weeds were bad ending. I forget the Weeds ending. I watched that show, but I forget that. How I Met Your Mother's finale almost ruined the whole series, so Scott completely. Eric says, I don't care what people say. I love the Lost finale. I was a huge Jack and Kate fan. I didn't dislike the finale as much as other people did. I still think that show's one of the best shows of all time. It's a bummer that it doesn't go down that way anymore. Dizzle, I actually enjoyed Dexter ending. He lost it all. Ugh. 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 Fernando, Roxy, I'm watching World of Winx on Netflix, and I'm a man. What's World of Winx? Why can't I think of what that is? Kaiju, have you acted? Yes, I've been acting my whole life. I've been taking acting classes since I was 3. I was in my first play when I was in Goodnight Moon as a bowl of mush, and then all throughout middle school and elementary school and high school, I was in the Freelance Players, and I think that was a really cool acting troupe I was part of. Then I went to USC. I auditioned in their acting program. That's what I graduated with, a major in theater and a minor in film. And then I've done a ton of different small things. Now I'm have a few lines in Jay Muse's directorial debut, Madness in the Method. So I'm really excited about that because it's just a dream come true for me. It's all I've ever wanted to do. Brandy, can you get Ashley to come visit TTS? I would love to. Ashley Grace Daniels, good friend of mine, a previous member of The Tomorrow Show, in case you guys don't know. Jacob Hunt, have you watched Black Mirror? Yes, obviously, I'm completely obsessed. You can't really tell. I mean, you can't really, like, I know people that dislike the series, but it's like how every episode is so different. It's just so incredible. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Colin. Hi, Demo. My girl's watching Weeds as we speak, says Chris. It's a good show. Fernando, Winx Club, boom. Wait, what is that? What are you guys talking about? Anthony says Dawson's Creek or 90210. 90210. I never got my answer on why Walt was special. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. What? Roxy, which personality would you like to interview the most? Says Nicholas. Which personality? You mean just somebody who is a TV personality, or do you mean anybody that I would like to interview the most? Clarify, and I'll get to you. Brandy, Roxy does a show called Acting Class Weekly. Check it out. That's true with Sean Whalen. We do that tomorrow, Wednesdays, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No, I lied. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Got all my stuff all turned around. Do you think MCU Spider-Man will introduce Gwen Stacy? Maybe not. Although I don't know. Dylan, do you watch BoJack Horseman? I've seen a bunch of episodes, and I really like it anytime I watch it. It's really good. The whole Black Mirror technology infusion and degradation of humanity is foreshadowing and accurate. Yes. Kind of pulled. Do you write? Yes, of course. I've been writing articles for Playboy, which I've been really enjoying. And then on top of that, I wrote a pilot and a feature, and I love them both. And I love writing. I have a writing partner, too, for a lot of my stuff. So, yes, I love writing. It's a dream as well. Kaiju, do you have any pets? No, I always had pets growing up. But living out in LA, it's so hard because I live in a place where, it's not like I could just let my pet outside all day if I'm not home. And then it's expensive, and I can't bring them with me everywhere. And I work 50,000 jobs. Wait. Whoa. That one took a lot out of me. Who would you like to interview that you've never gotten an interview before? Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen. That's who I want. Desperate for Bruce Springsteen. Oh my God, you all are saying bless you. Wow, thanks Bootstrong, thanks Brandy, thanks Colin, thanks Anthony, thanks Eric, thanks Dallas, thanks David, thanks Jelani, thanks Nicholas, thanks Dylan. Love that. Thanks Matthew, thanks Marcelo, thank you Steve, thank you Jose. Chris Young, sneeze equals 1/5 orgasm, says who? Is that what mine sounded like? Or are you just saying beat Hermit says Roxy has the best sneeze? Oh, well, thanks. Kaiju, if you could write/direct a superhero film, what would it be? Bless you. Well, I'm obsessed with Black Canary, so maybe that. Something with Nightwing would be really cool. Chris Young says true story. True story about what? Zeke, I'm going to say Bruce Yu. I hate myself. What am I missing? Jacob says, who would you like to cast as Batman's villain in the DCU? Oh my God, there's just so many options. Give me between who and who, because there's just too many, and we know we're going with a whole gallery, so many people. Eric says, blue cheese put me to sleep. I get that, man. I need to be going to bed pretty soon, too. We're hitting that 45-minute mark. Should I go for an hour? What do you guys think? Yes? No? Maybe so? Let me know. Otherwise, we'll cut it at 50. 50 or an hour? What are you guys thinking? Who's the hardest DC character to write for? I don't know, because I don't write for DC characters. But there's some problematic ones, so probably. Jacob says, cast the Riddler in DCU. Yeah, I think, hell yeah, why not? Scientifically speaking, sneezing can release endorphins, which can produce an effect similar to opioids. Sorry, medical student. Dylan, good for you that you're a med student. Saving the universe, one sneeze at a time. Anthony, do you believe in alternate universes? I mean, in TV and movies, yeah, but here, Flick Talk, you ever go to PDX? What's that? Should I know what that is? Fernando, do you have a crush on a sportsman? What's a sportsman? An athlete? I don't understand your questions anymore. Gosh. Dallas says, Robin, give me an hour or give me death. Kaiju says, hour. Zeke says, 12-hour stream. Right, people? You're getting a little greedy, Zeke. Demo says 1 hour. Okay, we'll go for an hour. We will go for an hour. Brandy says 1 a.m. for me. Got to get up in 6 hours to watch a 5-year-old. I should sleep now, but I won't. LOL, Brandy, go do what you got to do, baby. Who else thinks Roxy looks like Black Canary? Yo, my whole life I've wanted to look like Black Canary. I love Shazam. It's vague if they're going to do Shazam 2. What's going on with that? Says Tommy, no, they're definitely going to do Shazam 2. What's going on with it, though, is that it was financial success, but not a massive success, and I think that they're wondering what the future of it looks like. But when you've got The Rock signed on to be Black Adam, then you're definitely going to at some point see these things merge, and they'll be fine. Don't worry. Shazam will come back. What is the picture in the back? This is a painting. I'll see if I can tip it up for you guys. Can you see? That is an Art Deco piece that hung above my mom's bed forever. And it was like always the thing right above her bed. And when she died and I was living in Los Angeles, my siblings and I were kind of splitting up her things. And I asked my dad if I could have this painting, but my dad said, you live in LA. And this was almost 8 years ago. You live in LA. We don't know if you're going to stay there. And I was like, I know I'm going to stay here. He was like, you're in college. Where are you going to put it? And so he said that he was like, I'll send it to you if it feels like you're going to stay. And then a few years later, when it was very clear that I was going to be here, he sent it out for me, which I really appreciated. And the thing about it is it kind of looks like my mom. It's not actually any person. It's just a glam Hollywood type, but that's kind of what my mom looked like. So I really like it, and obviously it reminds me of her, which is really pretty cool. Let's look some of these. Hey RJ from Justin, need some advice. How do you get out of your own way? Be a little more specific, babe, because I can try to give you advice and tips, but I mean, getting out of your head, sometimes that means therapy, trying to figure out why you're in your own way in the first place. Sometimes it means taking an extra second. Sometimes it means less think, more do. There's all different things. Depends what your specific problem is. Marcelo says, will you watch The Boys on Amazon Prime? Already have. Tell you about it soon. That's all I can say. Nightfall Protocol. Should Wolverine be recast or stay dead? Recast at some point. We're not going to just have no Wolverine ever again. King Sport Call. How was talking to Jericho? Amazing. Jericho was absolutely to die for. He's so cool. Dream come true. That was awesome. Just awesome. What are your thoughts on discussing politics? Should it be kept to yourself, like religion, or is it important to discuss openly? I discuss all of it openly because I've built my own platform. I'm allowed to discuss what I want, and if somebody doesn't want to hear it, then they don't have to listen to me. But I think it's important to discuss all. I'll discuss religion and politics, and I'll admit when I don't know something, which is, all the time. Pumped for that Big Little Lies finale. Slang, me too. Why is next week the finale? Did I not even realize that? Wow. Who would you have cast as Barry Allen in the DC movies? Can't say Grant. You're gonna say I can't say Grant Gustin? I have to think about it, but I really think they should go with Wally West instead. Who would win Hunger Games of the cast of Friends? Honestly, maybe Joey because he would eat everybody. No, that's not true. Phoebe, 100% would be Phoebe. Phoebe was homeless forever. Phoebe knows how to survive. Phoebe does whatever it takes. Without a doubt, it's Phoebe. Without a doubt. Next question. Who are you dressing as? Asian, tranny, cum lover. Oh my God, what? Why did I just read that name? And also, who am I dressing as right now? I'm in a t-shirt. Jelani says Monica. She needs very serious recipes. It's definitely Phoebe. Superman were to be recast. Who would you pick? Give me options. So many options. Give me people to pick from. How amazing is Ken Absaki? He should be on his podcast. I have been. King Sport Call. I love him. He's the absolute best. I love him so much. AJ Kappa would be good Flash. He would actually be awesome, Tommy. That's a good call. He'd be amazing. Demo, that name, though. I know. What the actual F was that? Like, who does that? Bizarre. Super bizarre. Ryan Gosling says Chris Young for who? Superman? I don't see that. No, I don't see it. Bobby Oxford, who's excited for July 20th, 1989 Batman movie 30th anniversary? Wow, that's right around the corner. Right around the corner. That's what we say from Boston. It's just around the corner. Dallas says, would you ever come to Tampa Bay Comic-Con? I guess if they were bringing me there for a reason. Maybe. Oh my God, coital moss? Go away. How to be gone? Ugh. What? Don't say things like that. Going into my senior year in high school, any advice? To be honest, I'm super nervous, says Estevan. Don't be nervous, because either the thing that always helped me is thinking about best case and worst case scenario. Best case scenario, it's the most amazing year. You have the greatest time. You do really well in school. You have a lot of friends or a few friends, but they're awesome to you. Your family as well, and it's the best year. Worst case scenario, it's a really hard year. You struggle to get through it, but at the end of the year, you still don't have to go back to high school. So just know that the worst case scenario is not that bad. You'll get through it, and the best case scenario can be really cool. So try to live as boldly as you can. Meet different types of people. Try to interact with people. Focus on your studies. Give yourself as many opportunities as you can, and you'll be great. Hopefully that helped. How crazy were the after hours Schmoes No shows? Really crazy. Really crazy. You need a few mods to block trolls. Chris, that is so true. I do need that. How do we do that? Those trolls are lame. Jelani, I agree. Demo, which Friends guy would Roxy date? Ross, Chandler, or Joey? You guys have to vote. But I know the answer. But you guys vote. I reported the creep. Thanks, Dallas. Appreciate that. Scott, how do you keep up with everything you cover? Where do you get the time? I very rarely sleep. What kind of advice was that for graduation, says Sir. What do you mean? Oh, I thought that was about, he's about to go on senior year, he said. That's advice for the senior year of high school. Did I not do a good job? I thought so. Yeah, everybody in here is saying Chandler, and that is totally right, because he's so funny. And, like, Ross sucks. And Joey is super sweet, but a little dumb and slightly sexist. So, there's that. Ancient Dolphin, are you a senior? No, I'm not a senior. What? That was really nice, though. Oh, Ancient Dolphin said, or a college student. Interesting. Richard Madden for Superman? No, I don't really see it. Bong, bowls, or blunts, says Kenneth. Bongs. I have my bong named Smoke Show. I'm obsessed with her. I've had her since not high school, since my freshman year of college. And yeah, I love her. Definitely my bong. I forgot high school. What? All of it? Excited for Rise of Skywalker, RMD. Duh. Yeah, who isn't? I'm so excited. All you that didn't say Gunther can get canceled, Zeke. I do not think so. What is he doing these days? What about vapes? Yeah, I smoke vape all the time. Should there be a friends reunion? I have to say yes. More friends, more better. Because I'm completely obsessed. I know every week you have Collide Live and SJU. So what is a typical week for you work-wise, says Justin. Okay. So in terms of shows, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I do Collider. And then on Fridays, I do Screen Junkies. And then on Mondays and Thursdays, I do shows for Skybound Digital Branch Gamma Ray. And then on Wednesday nights, I do a show called The Tomorrow Show with Kevin Undergaro and Roxy Stryer. And then on Wednesday days, I do Acting Class Weekly with Sean Whalen. And Friday afternoons, I do DC Movie News on the Popcorn Talk Network. And then usually sprinkled in there are a few other things that I appear on throughout the week, like either a Schmodown or something on Nerdist, or this here with you guys, or a bedroom review for my YouTube channel, or I was doing Only Stupid Answers for a long time, so something with them. So all the stuff. All that stuff. Hopefully that helps. Esteban, did you clarify? No, you just said you appreciate me answering. I hope that helped. What are these questions? Some people need to go away. If they recast Lex Luthor, should they cast Bryan Cranston? I mean, he would be amazing, but is he the right age for the role? It depends on what the movie is that we're going with. Are you a programmer? Are you a personality person who can code pretty darn good? Black tranny from the 70s. What? No. That'd be great, though. Demo, Rock's the hardest working, best looking, and most awesome host in the world. The sweetest thing I ever heard. It's very, very nice. Appreciate that. Oh my goodness, we are at 58 minutes, which means I only have 2 minutes left. So let me tell you guys, Comic-Con, come to the fan screening of Madness in the Method, the movie that I'm in, Jay Muse's directorial debut with Stan Lee, Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher, Kevin Smith, Gina Carano, Danny Trejo, all of these people. You're going to want to see that Thursday night. Then Friday, I'm going to do the Screen Junkies panel. And then I'm going to also be doing content throughout for Gamma Ray, so check that out. And before I leave, I also want to just give some shout-outs. Go to my @Roxy Stryer. Don't forget to like this, comment afterwards, because that will really help. We're trying to get to that 4,000 hours watched, so I can put on the super chat. And also patreon.com/Roxy Stryer if you want to support me there. And now for some shout-outs to you guys. Shout out to Chris, Joe Daniel, Jeremy Miller, Nicholas Normandin, Sir Jesper, Jelani Carter, Kenneth Poole, Wonko the Sane, Dizzle, RMD Collective, Brandy, Alex, AJ, Heather, Jonathan, Matt, Demo, Steve, Kaiju, Tommy, Colin, David, The Cheesin, Alpha Tech, Carl Posey, Gabriel, Justin, Ninja Ned, Dylan, Devin, Dallas, Sethril, Nightfall Protocol, Anthony Kenny, Voided, Slen, FG, Marcelo, Nerd Chronic, B. Lee, Robert, Jonathan, Don't Bother, Don't Bother, Scott, Justin is a Square, and King's Sport Cal, Esteban, Mr. CM, Galaghost. It's a lot of people, and I love you guys. Kenny, couple seconds left for anybody who wants to shout out. And Dice Man, Chris Young, Snake, Ice Cream Fitness is Piss Nutrition. What? That's crazy. I did give you a shout out though. Shahid, that is all of my shout outs. Thank you, Anthony. Good night. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you very, very soon for the next one of these live streams. Hopefully I'll have the camera figured out, and I'll see you at Comic-Con if you're going to be there.